Many decisions are not as complicated as they feel, but they often feel complicated internally. What should I choose? What is the right path? What if I choose wrong? What if I regret it? What if something better exists? What if this affects everything? The mind often treats decisions as if they determine the entire direction of life, as if each choice defines the future completely, as if every decision must be perfect in order for things to work out. This creates pressure, because life rarely provides complete certainty in advance. Information is always partial. Circumstances continue to evolve. Understanding develops through experience. But the mind often wants decisions to remove uncertainty completely, to create final clarity, to guarantee the best possible outcome. Yet many decisions simply guide direction rather than determine destiny. They move life forward. They create opportunities for learning. They allow new information to appear. They reveal possibilities that could not be seen before movement began. But when decisions are treated as permanent definitions of identity, they begin to feel heavy. Each choice feels like it must protect the self, must secure the future, must avoid regret, must prevent loss. The mind begins to analyze endlessly, comparing options repeatedly, searching for the perfect answer, trying to eliminate risk entirely. But perfection rarely appears in advance. And many decisions do not require perfection. They require participation, willingness to move, willingness to learn from what happens, willingness to adjust as life unfolds. When decisions are overloaded with meaning, hesitation increases, because the perceived cost of being wrong feels too high. But most decisions are not irreversible. Many paths can be adjusted. Many directions can be refined. Many choices lead to information that improves future choices. Life often functions more like navigation than prediction, adjusting direction as new information appears, responding to conditions as they change, moving gradually toward greater clarity. Trying to solve everything in advance often creates unnecessary tension, because the unknown remains present. But when decisions are allowed to be simple, movement becomes easier. Simple does not mean careless. Simple means proportionate, appropriate to the situation, aligned with available information, responsive to current conditions, not overloaded with imagined consequences, not overloaded with identity concerns, not overloaded with fear about the future. Some decisions are small. What to eat, what to wear, what to start, what to finish, which task to do next, which message to respond to. These decisions often become more complicated than necessary because the mind believes everything must be optimized, must be perfect, must be efficient, must contribute to progress, must support improvement. But many small decisions do not require optimization. They simply require movement. Choosing something, beginning something, continuing something. Life moves through many small decisions. Not every choice determines everything. When small decisions are allowed to remain small, mental energy is preserved. Clarity is preserved. Attention remains available for what actually requires deeper consideration. But when everything feels important, decision fatigue increases, because the mind treats every choice as equally significant, trying to determine the best possible option at all times, trying to maximize every moment, trying to ensure no opportunity is missed. But constant optimization often creates exhaustion, because the mind cannot evaluate everything equally. Prioritization becomes difficult. Action becomes delayed. Momentum slows. Letting decisions be simple often means allowing some uncertainty, allowing some imperfection, allowing some flexibility. Understanding that many choices contribute information rather than final outcomes. Experience refines direction. Learning improves understanding. Adjustment improves alignment. Many decisions reveal their usefulness only after being made. Waiting for perfect clarity before choosing often delays discovery. Discovery often comes through engagement, through interaction with reality, through seeing what happens, through noticing what works, through noticing what does not work. But hesitation often comes from the belief that decisions must eliminate regret, must eliminate risk, must eliminate uncertainty. But uncertainty cannot be eliminated completely. Life contains variability, change, unpredictability. Even well-informed decisions sometimes lead to unexpected results. But unexpected results often provide useful feedback. New possibilities appear. New directions appear. new understanding appears. Letting decisions be simple allows participation to continue, without constant internal pressure to solve everything perfectly. Some decisions require careful thought, long-term commitments, significant responsibilities, major changes, but even larger decisions often develop clarity gradually, through research, through conversation, through reflection, through lived experience, through time. Time often reveals information that cannot be accessed immediately. Not everything must be known instantly. Some clarity emerges slowly, as understanding deepens, as perspectives expand, as priorities become clearer. But when pressure is present, the mind often demands immediate certainty, trying to resolve the entire future now, trying to guarantee outcomes in advance, trying to eliminate all doubt. But doubt is often part of meaningful decisions, because meaningful decisions involve the unknown, and the unknown cannot be fully mapped in advance. Allowing some uncertainty can reduce internal pressure, reduce hesitation, reduce the need for perfect answers. You can move with partial clarity. Many people do. Understanding often grows through participation. Clarity often grows through engagement. Decisions often become clearer through experience rather than through endless thought. When decisions are tied to identity, pressure increases. What does this choice say about me? Does this prove something? Does this define something? Does this determine something permanent? But identity is not fixed by individual decisions. People evolve. Perspectives change. Interests change. Priorities change. Skills develop. Understanding deepens. One decision rarely defines everything. Many paths remain open, even after choices are made. Life often contains more flexibility than the mind assumes. Paths intersect. Opportunities appear. New directions become visible. Adjustments remain possible. Letting decisions be simple does not mean ignoring consequences. It means allowing decisions to be proportionate to what they are. Not everything is equally defining. Not everything determines everything. Many choices simply move life forward, reveal information, clarify preferences, improve understanding. Some decisions become easier when they are not treated as personal tests, not treated as proof of worth, not treated as measures of adequacy, simply steps within living. Living includes choice. Choice includes uncertainty. Uncertainty includes learning. Learning includes adjustment. Adjustment includes growth. Growth includes change. This process does not require constant pressure. It requires willingness to participate. When decisions are allowed to remain workable, movement becomes easier. Less hesitation, less internal conflict, less analysis paralysis, more responsiveness, more adaptability, more openness to learning. Many people discover that once a decision is made, the pressure decreases, because attention shifts toward participation rather than speculation, toward experience rather than prediction, toward interaction rather than imagination. Experience often provides clarity that thought alone cannot provide. Trying something often reveals more than thinking about something. Engagement often clarifies what matters. Participation often reveals what fits. Interaction often reveals what aligns. You do not need perfect certainty to begin. You need sufficient clarity to take the next step, and the next step often reveals the next decision. Decisions rarely need to solve the entire future. They simply guide direction. Life unfolds step by step, choice by choice, adjustment by adjustment. Clarity grows through movement. Letting decisions be simple allows this movement to continue, without constant internal pressure, without constant self-questioning, without constant fear of making mistakes. Mistakes often provide valuable information. Information improves future decisions. Experience improves judgment. Understanding improves alignment. Growth often includes revision, reconsideration, refinement. Not every decision must be final. Some decisions simply begin a conversation with reality. Reality responds. New information appears. New possibilities appear. You adjust accordingly. This ongoing interaction often leads to more intelligent outcomes than rigid attempts to get everything perfect in advance. Letting decisions be simple allows life to remain dynamic, responsive, flexible, alive. You can take decisions seriously without making them heavy. You can consider consequences without feeling overwhelmed. You can reflect without feeling trapped. You can choose without needing guarantees. Not every decision determines everything. Many decisions simply move life forward. Clarity often follows movement. Understanding often follows experience. Confidence often follows participation. You do not need to remove care. You do not need to remove thoughtfulness. You only need to see where additional pressure has been added unnecessarily, where the mind has turned simple choices into psychological burdens, where identity has been attached to ordinary decisions, where fear has complicated workable options. Letting decisions be simple allows energy to remain available for living, available for participation, available for learning, available for adapting. The future does not need to be solved in advance. It can unfold. You can respond. You can adjust. You can continue moving, step by step, choice by choice, without needing each decision to feel definitive, without needing each choice to feel heavy. Life often becomes clearer through participation, not through endless internal negotiation. Decisions continue, but the pressure surrounding them begins to soften. And what remains is often enough clarity to take the next step. And the next step is often all that is needed right now. If this episode helped you see that movement does not have to feel pressured in order to continue, consider subscribing to the channel. This space explores how progress can unfold naturally, without the constant internal urgency that makes everything feel like it has to happen faster or sooner than it does. If this conversation was helpful, liking the video helps more people discover that forward movement can still happen even when the mind is no longer pushing itself constantly. You can also share this with someone who may feel behind, rushed, or pressured by where they think they should be in life. There are more episodes in this season that continue exploring how growth, change, and direction can develop without unnecessary psychological strain. Movement can remain, development can remain, progress can remain, but the pressure does not have to remain. I'll see you in the next episode.